One of the 12, who was called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and said, "What are you willing to give me if I hand him over to you?" They paid him 30 pieces of silver, and from that time on, he looked for an opportunity to hand him over. Hi everyone, welcome to our 7th Lenten reflection. Today is Spy Wednesday, the final day of the holy season of Lent. Tomorrow we begin the sacred Triduum as we enter into the drama that is the passion, death, and resurrection of the Lord. Wednesday of Holy Week has been called Spy Wednesday for many years. The word spy is in reference to Judas Iscariot, the spy in the group of Jesus' followers. We all know the famous story of the 30 pieces of silver Judas was paid to hand over Jesus to the chief priests. And you know, it's so easy for us to paint Judas as the bad guy, as the villain, the guy who made the mistake, the guy who did what he shouldn't have done. He should have known better. How could he? It's so easy for us to point the finger at him. As a kid, Sister Eileen Neary, who was the nun at my parish growing up in Brooklyn, used to always tell us, you know, when you point a finger, there are 3 other fingers pointing back at you. And how true that is. Maybe today we can think about what our 30 pieces of silver are. If we're honest with ourselves, we betray the Lord all the time. We're constantly giving him our backs. A priest friend once told me, when you're in the state of grace, you're in God's embrace. Every time you say yes to sin, it's as if you're literally taking God's arms and taking them off of you. It's like you're saying to God, no thank you. I don't want you. I don't want you, and I don't want your love. I prefer that. I prefer this. I want these 30 pieces of silver. What is it that is keeping you from loving God completely? What is it that keeps causing you to betray him? What is it that you need to let go of? Lent is almost over. Let's not make the same mistake Judas made in thinking that we can figure this all out on our own. I have a prayer that I'd like to share with you that I pray daily. It's helped me not because I've been able to accomplish what it says, but because it encourages me to do so. It's a prayer by St. John Marie Vianney, the Holy Curé of Ars. I love you, O my God, and my desire is to love you until the last breath of my life. I love you, O my infinitely lovable God, and I would rather die loving you than live without loving you. I love you, Lord, and the only grace I ask is to love you eternally. My God, if my tongue cannot say in every moment that I love you, I want my heart to repeat it to you as often as I draw breath. Allow me the grace to suffer while loving you, to love you while suffering, and one day to die loving you and feeling that I love you. And as I approach my end, I beg you to increase and perfect my love of you. Amen.